What's good, tribe? You know. So before I get off into my reaction, I was, you know, we talk about. I was in Instagram, and we speak a lot about young men and the powerful effects of fathers being in their children's lives. Listen, we see the effects of young men not being raised by their fathers. We see what it looks like when young men kind of just go their own way, as opposed to young men who have real direction, real purpose, and real passion behind that purpose. And just the video I'm going to show, right, that I want to react to, it seemingly is cute, right? On the outskirt of it, it looks cute. It looks like something you go, oh, that's he just whatever. It's no big deal. It's it's these moments, y'all, that look cute. They look like they're harmless. They look really innocent on the surface, but reality, there screams a louder need for or a cry for help, right? So, you know what? I'm just gonna play the video, then I'm gonna give you my reaction. Let's pull this up.
Yes.
Let's start it over, y'all. Hold on. Let's start it over.
I would.
But it's stuff to eat, and you're gonna stab me over some pizza? Are you serious? You're gonna kill me over some pizza?
Yes. I would.
So, what I want y'all to, here's the thing, y'all. Obviously, this child is upset about his pizza. It seems trivial, like, oh, boy, it's just some pizza, you'll be fine. But what if that was a gun? What if that was something other than what he had in his hands? What if it was, what if it was a gun? What if it was a gun? See, here's my theory. If it was a gun, right, it would take a considerable amount, it would take less aggression to use a gun as opposed to using a knife, right? So the actual knife, because the child may not have access to anything else, the knife may seem more comfortable to him. Let me change my light, y'all. Excuse me for a minute. I don't like that lighting. These little ring lights, I mean, they're good lights, right? But they're not as consistent as I would like them to be. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'll edit that out. I'll try to edit that out anyway. And so, if that child had anything other than what he had in his hands, what would the situation have been? And legitimately, is he that upset enough to really harm someone else over some pizza? He may have been. This is clearly a child who lacks guidance and discipline in his life. When men raise, here's the thing, y'all. My content is about teaching men how to become best version of themselves. When men raise boys with discipline, structure, right, and give them a purpose behind that discipline and structure, it gives them a direction. You would be amazed at how many young men exist, or young men living today have zero to no direction in their life. Zero to none. And as a result of having no direction in your life, you wander the world aimlessly trying to figure out, what do I need to do with myself? This is a clear example of somebody who, now, could I be blown this out of proportion? I could be. But I believe this is a much more severe cry for help that's not being heard or even seen. Girl, that boy was standing up and, he just mad because you ate his pizza. Why you eat his pizza? Never mind the fact that the baby thought it was okay enough to threaten someone else's life with a knife. Let's not talk about that. Now, if you show this video to any psychiatrist, psychologist, anybody, any child development, anybody, they would tell you this is a clear cry for help. I'm not even, look, I have a zero license when it comes to child development. Zero. But damn it, I know what trauma look like, and I know a child who's living with trauma, who's not being heard, looks like. I know what that looks like. So when I see these videos, I know y'all watch these videos, you go, oh, he just, let's one more time, let's go.
But it's stuff to eat, and you're gonna stab me over some pizza? Are you serious?
That boy face said, in that second, that boy face said, obviously I'm serious. I'm standing here with a knife. Listen, man. Listen, I get it. This is supposed to be cute. I understand it should be somebody that's, it should be like, but there's a deeper thing here that's not being addressed. Because, again, on the surface, it's just some baby crying over his pizza. But reality, this is a human being crying for help. I need to be heard. I need to be seen. Clearly, y'all don't see me. You ate my pizza. I want my pizza. Clearly, you don't see me. Clearly, you don't respect my bounds. Clearly, when I tell you something is valuable to me, you don't respect it, so you don't respect me. Now, how can I say all these things? How can I just assume that that's what this baby is saying? My mother one time, my mother passed this year. I went out. My mother one time, when she was alive, I was maybe 13, 14 years old. I had just bought a fresh outfit. And back in the day, there were these shoes called Dope Mans. If you are from the east side of the country, you remember Dope Man. Dope Mans were like Nikes. They were like some kind of like, they had really soft sole shoes, or really soft soles. And the body of the shoe was like a kind of mesh material. It was really, really like quality. It was like, it wasn't like the best quality, but they were really, really comfortable. So they weren't like made for running or sporting. They were made to just walk around. Like they were like almost like a house shoe. There was a gym shoe. It was really, really stylish, right? They were $150 back then, and this is the '90s. So $150. Oh no, this was the '90s. This is the '90s. So $150 was really something. So I'm 14, 15 years old. I buy this entire outfit. It cost me maybe $500 for the whole outfit. I bust my ass for weeks to come up with this money. And I had an honest job. I had an actual job, y'all. And so I had a party going to, it was a Friday night. And I'm like, you know what? I'm finna hop in the shower, get myself all fresh and clean, and I'm finna go to this party. And before that point, I had never been to a party before. And I still didn't make it to the party. So I got my clothes, and what I did was what my dad does. My dad always put his clothes, not his suit clothes, because his suit clothes stayed in the room if he took a shower. But when he left the shower, right, typically he had someone on his body. But when he would do like his dress down clothes, right, he would bring his clothes to the bathroom with him. So I thought I'd do what my dad did. I'm like, you know what? That's what I'll do. I take my clothes, I fold them up, put them on the back of the toilet. My shoes and socks, and I had a brand new bottle of cologne I bought. When I told y'all I spent money on this outfit, I really did. Excuse me, y'all. I said, you know what? I want to look good. I want to smell good. So I actually went out and actually, did this for myself. So I go tell my homeboy who stayed literally around the corner from me. I said, listen, man, when are we leaving? He said, look, you got to be ready in about an hour. We're going to go, because it was an hour drive to where we're going to go. He was like, we're going to leave in an hour, take us an hour to get there. And we're staying there. I'm staying at his cousin's house. That was the plan anyway. So I'm like, all right, bet. And we chopping it up. I figure I got some time, right? And it will take me an hour to get ready. I'm just going to hop in the shower, clean myself up, get myself ready. It ain't going to take an hour. So we chopping it up, and I go back to the house, and I know what I did with my look: shirt, pants, t-shirt, shoes, underwear, socks. All this is folded up nice and neat on my bed, or the pants and shirt and the underwear were in the bathroom on top of the toilet, back of the toilet. Everything else is on my bed, folded up nice and neat, right? And trying to get in the habit of like organizing my space and things of this nature. When I come back, all my stuff is gone. Everything. And I was hurt. I was so hurt behind that. And I remember feeling like I wasn't loved. I wasn't respected. So instead of my mom telling me, you know, hey, I sold your stuff, she lied about it. Lied to my face about it, right? And so, I'm young, so I don't know, that my mother actually sold my clothes for crack. I don't know that for sure. So I'm dumbfounded. Like, I don't understand. Like, I know I put it here. And I tell my boys, like, I don't know what happened, man. And so the stuff was so brand new. It still had tags on it. That's how brand new it was. And I was like, well, don't worry about it, man. I work the next week and I get some more. Happens again. This time I bought, they had these cross-color crazy shirts and cross-color jeans. Now, crazy shirts and cross-color jeans were kind of like, they were like very like loud in color. And crazy shirts had these weird, odd designs on the crazy shirts went for like $150. And I'm like, you know what? I got to get one. And they were like a polyester. They were really airy and light, but they came really long, right? Because I like how long they were because I was, 6 feet. So I'm 6 feet tall. So I need to be, in school, I'm, 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", 6 feet. So I needed a long shirt. And I remember, thinking, okay, I same thing, right? So this time I hang the shirt up in my room, in the front of my closet with my pants. And so I got my stuff ready. Stuff will hang on my closet. Outfit ready. Got my cologne again. I got my shoes again. Another $150. And the pants are like $100. Like I spent almost $700 on this outfit. I was so proud of myself. And again, I leave, right? Not thinking nothing of it, right? Come back, it's gone again. This time I don't even ask. This time I realize they're gone. I don't even ask. Got you. And I remember feeling like so defeated and so beat down by that, y'all. So when I talk about knowing what this child feels, I understand that. Now, granted, here's just some pizza, mine's some actual clothes that I had worked for and paid for with my own money. But the thing is, as a child, you have no power. You are powerless against the world at large. And what happens to young boys who go through life, feel like they don't have power, they have to find it in some other kind of way. And so ultimately, most young men, like myself, get violent. And I was extremely violent. I spent 2 years in prison. For those of you who don't know, I spent 2 years I went to prison twice. I spent a total of 12 years in prison. 8 the first time, 4 the second, 4 years, 8 years the first time, 4 years the second time. And that was almost like 20 years ago. And it's one of the things where when you see it happen, it looks cute. Like it looks like, okay, it's not a really big deal. But the amount of disrespect you have to feel enough to really want to take someone's life is sad, man. When I watch this, let's put this one more time. Put this up one more time, y'all. When I watch this, you can see like he's crying tears. So he's really upset. Now, he may be, and shout out to my man, Derek Grace. Derek Grace 2 on Instagram. If y'all follow him on Instagram, man's fantastic with his information. So shout out to Derek Grace. But Derek Grace is actually the one who posted the video, and I took it from Instagram. But clearly you can see this young man has, like, he's really crying. Like, there's real tears on this man's face. Now, am I overdoing it? Maybe. But I see pain. I actually see hurt in this young boy's face. And while it looks harmless, it looks, like, oh, he's just upset about, it's just pizza. He really felt disrespected. And we have to give credence to those kind of things. We have to give attention to those kind of things because they matter. They mean something. They really do. again, I don't have any degrees at all relative to child development, but I myself have been through the system for the better part of maybe 20 years of my life, just destroying my future in the beginning, trying to fix it up, in the middle. And now I'm like at square one, right? I should have been doing this, what I'm doing now, 40 some years ago, but not having direction, not having purpose, not having drive or discipline even to push me in that direction. I had to find my own way. And I literally, young boys who don't have that become versions of me, different versions of me, literally. Children I only have one child biologically, child out of wedlock, more likely to go to prison, extremely violent, uneducated, just full of anger, have all these things going on, and no one's saying, hey, it's okay to have this. Let me help you. And then going through life and then realizing that by the time I'm 60, people are like, you know what? You probably shouldn't have done that. How come I couldn't hear this when I was younger? We don't value, especially Black culture, we don't value, we don't value education. We don't value things that are going to empower, especially our young boys, to be the best version of themselves. We don't value those things. Oh, he'll figure it out. There's no such thing. There is no such thing. Look, y'all, I'm going to cut this short. I don't want this to be a nice long video, but I want to bring y'all this attention to the front because I want it to be understood that while these incidents seem small and minute, they're a small illustration of a much larger picture that needs to be talked about. I'm out, family. You know.